read it in the catalog, so I would not waste your time because you would want to see, hear, and immerse yourself in the brilliantly curated work of Dr. Patrick Flores and the great, brilliant art of Jose Tens Ruiz and Manny Montelibano. Let me just say that I am thoroughly thrilled that the Philippines is back in Venice after 51 long years, which is almost my age. And this year, for those who have been and have not been to Arsenale and to the Giardini, and you must, but it's good that you're in Mora first, is a year that world-renowned Oqui and Wazor, a friend of Patrick, and Patrick has worked with him, whom he met with the other day, is curating the central exhibition, both in Arsenale and in Giardini. If I may say, without sounding presumptuous, all the world's futures of Oqui and Wazor and Dr. Patrick Flores' tireless train around the world are grounded in urgent geopolitical issues. Art is politics. Art is global politics. This year's Philippine Pavilion shines a light on China's hegemonic aggression and its incursions on the Filipinos' daily lives. Thank you, dear Patrick, for making my dream, my vision, my hope, and many more possible. I could not have done it without you. And just an important note, Patrick did not want to be appointed. He asked to be part of the open call. He wanted it to go through the democratic, transparent, and inclusive process. And we, 6 judges, including Mami Kataoka, who is here today, Renaud Proche, who is also here today, and Paul Pfeiffer, present, I think, today, as well as Chair De Leon and Sid Reyes, were blind in our selection. And Patrick had gone through the whole process so humbly, so quietly, but so brilliantly. So Patrick, for your brilliance, for your immense creativity, your dedication, you've brought the Philippines back. I could say much, much more. Manny Montelibano, our young Negrense multimedia artist. Raise your hand. Yes. And Jose Tens Ruiz. I would not want to interpret the works because I don't want to run the risk of influencing or your immersion into the works. Your works converse so brilliantly with Carlos Francisco, deceased of course, and Manuel Conde, deceased of course, their Genghis Khan, which was restored by the FBCP, another agency of government whom we support in the annual appropriations, and Brixio Santos is here. 63 years after the film was screened in Venice in 1952, the Philippines has come full circle. And I assure you, it will not be as long for the next time we return. And before I close, I would just like to say thank you to the Department of Foreign Affairs, Secretary Del Rosario, who could not be with us today, but ably represented by Yusek Evans Garcia. He believed in my strong pitch for cultural diplomacy. And I can assure you that as your champion in the Senate, that we will continue not only with the Venice Art Biennale, but with the Venice Architecture Biennale next year, and in the Art Biennale again in 2 years' time, and henceforth, and many more. We will double, triple, quadruple your budget of cultural diplomacy. Without the support of the Department of Foreign Affairs, it would not have been possible, and all posts. Again, it was Chairman Felipe De Leon who figuratively and literally held my hand to tell me that it was possible. There were many skeptics, there were those who would never wish to help. There were those who didn't even understand what it was and the importance of it because it was right in the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan. But Chair De Leon said, even with almost no budget, I could help you. Thank you, Chair Jim. And I consulted with many, many people, but there's one person I cannot name and refuse to be named, who was my mentor, who guided me as my inspiration and my compass in my many years of studying art history and contemporary art. But I will not name that person. But anyway, I would also like to tell you the good news that just today, the AN, the Artist Information, based in the UK and Europe, with over 19,000 members of artists, students, producers, creators, etc., and supports visual arts practice, etc., had declared that the Philippine Pavilion is one of the 10 must-see pavilions out of 89 national pavilions. Can you beat that? That's the good news. Thank you very much. Thank you.